Hey you guys, my name is Greg. My channel is Greg Wilson Nature Photography. This is going to be a new video for me. This is the first time I've been in front of the camera. So if you've seen my channel before, I basically have just been sharing videos and still photography of birds and wildlife that I've seen while I'm either out in a nature preserve, just a park, out on a country road, and even in my own backyard. So with this video, I thought I would show you a door mount that I've made for my Toyota 4Runner, and a lot of people have asked me where I've either bought it or if I made it. And so I'm going to show you this door mount that I've made that I can use in different cars. I can use it in my wife's car, or anybody's car actually. And so I've made another door mount specifically for my 4Runner that is much more elaborate. I can use an external monitor and attach some different microphones to it. But this one is going to be quick and easy. Anybody can do it. If I can do it, you don't need any expensive tools. I've been out in the workshop for the last few weeks restoring my dad's 1950 Shopsmith, and I think he bought this when he was probably in his late 20s, early 30s, and he gave it to me when I was in my mid-20s when I bought my first house. And when he bought it, he got a jigsaw with it, and so I restored this as well. I think the last time I ever used this jigsaw was when I was 8 or 9 years old. And so, like I said, you don't need any expensive equipment or anything. All you need is a handsaw, a screwdriver, some screws, some spray adhesive, and so we're just going to use a piece of scrap plywood. It could be any thickness that you want it to be. This here is looks like 1/2 inch, and just a piece of used up 2x4. Just grab it out of a scrap pile. So you need a piece of 2x4. You're going to make this any length that you want it going on your window. And then you need in my case, I need a 3/8 bolt. I like to get stainless steel just because they look nice, and you won't ever see it. And then you'll need some carpeting if you want it to look better than just the raw wood. I kind of like to make things look nice and finished so that when I'm using it, it looks kind of cool. What's that? Oh, what? What do you? Well, come on up here and tell us what you got to say. If I can do a video, you can be part of it. I mean, if I can do this thing, it's kind of nerve-wracking, but hey, I mean, come on up here and tell us what you want to say. I know. Well, come on. Okay. Hi, you guys. Sorry. Dude, I know. But, dude, I know. You bought this expensive door mount. What's up with him? I mean, what's up with this guy? This thing cost you a couple $100, man. Dude, I know. I bought it. It was expensive. You're right. I know. Okay. But, all right. But if you give me a minute, I just want to show them what's up with this guy buying all this expensive stuff, equipment. Then you want to make one out of scrap wood. You could just make one. Fancy saw. It's okay. Come on. All right. Come on, man. Right. I know. Okay. I'll go sit down. Go sit down, and I'll see what you come up with. Watch what I got to do here. And if you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to use it. I'll use it. But if you like it and you want to use it, it's going to cost you because you're giving me grief, man. Sorry, you guys. So let's get to it. And if you enjoyed this video or got inspired to make your own, I hope you get out there with it, enjoy making videos or taking still photography, and let's get all this stuff out of the way, and we'll start making this project. Okay guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to start making all our cuts. So with the base that we're going to put on top there, we're going to make that, I'm going to make mine 6.5 by 6.5 square. So we're just going to go ahead and measure that out. So you can make this any size you want, really. I just kind of like to give it a little bit of space to, so if I want to put like a microphone on the side, or you know, you can actually clip a wireless mic on there. Then we want to find the center in there. We're going to drill a hole. And then so on my support pieces, I'm going to go ahead and make these 13 inches. And I need 2 of these. So, and you can make it any length you want. Really doesn't matter. I just kind of like to keep it as small as possible so you can just throw it in your car. And that way, it's easy and it's light, and you know, your measurements don't have to be all that perfect or anything, but so okay, that's going to be our pieces there. And I'm going to go ahead and make these cuts real quick. Make sure everything's all tightened up and everything. Power's turned off and everything. I'm going to go plug this thing in real quick. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make these cuts. Okay, so we got our two base pieces cut, and we have our little base plate cut. And so what I'm going to do is, it's up to you if you want to put the hole in the center, or if you want to bring it a little forward or a little back to give you whatever, because you can use it to be able to mount different things if that's what you want to do. So in my case, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the center so it's equal between the two. So I'm just going to go ahead and find my center real quick. And then I'm just going to take and drill a 3/8 hole for my bolt. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. And then we're not going to put it in totally yet, but you'll end up putting it up through the base, and then go ahead and tighten up your nut. But we're going to cover this with carpet first. So we're going to go ahead and do that now, and we're going to take and put carpet between these two pieces here. So I'm going to show you that here in just a moment. But what I wanted to tell you is I use the Manfrotto fluid head. I think this is the 501. I think it's a 501. Anyway, and it gets to be a bit big for this mount and also my other door mount. So I happened to find this smaller fluid head, and this is, I found this online. It's a Vila V501 as well. And the exciting thing is that the plate that comes with this also fits the 501 Manfrotto plate, and vice versa. So you don't have to worry about having different plates. And so this one actually fits really great right on the top of this plate. And it's smaller, and it works just as well for my Z6ll and my 100 to 400. I've actually even put my 500 f4 on there, and it works great. So what we're going to do is we're going to get all this out of the way. We're going to put some carpet on these bad boys, and we're going to show you what's up after that. Okay guys, so we got all our pieces cut. So we got the small little top piece. We have our two bottom pieces. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut the carpet to fit in between these two pieces. And we're going to cut it to wrap around this piece here so it'll be nice and covered. So what we're going to do is get this all done, and oh, come on now, what do you want now? I mean, these people aren't going to wait all day for this project. What do you want? I know, I'm trying to make it. Hey guys. Okay, I know. Oops. Okay. Hey, it's looking pretty good. I don't know, if, I know. Yeah, well, I don't know. Okay. But I was kind of looking around in your workshop, man. What are you doing? Wandering around in my workshop trying to find stuff, man. I mean, it's like, what's this? You're not supposed to show anybody that. That might have been for another video. But these people, man, they're probably tired already. They're not going to want to wait anymore. So let me get back to this project. Go back and sit down. So you can continue on. I'm sorry, you guys. So I can continue on this project. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, start getting this all ready to put the carpet on these pieces and move on to the next step. Okay guys, so what we're going to do is I'm going to start with this small piece here. And so usually what I try to do is go ahead and fold it over onto one side of itself all the way. So I'll just take and cut it about like here, go like that way, and cut it up to about here, and give myself some space to work with the piece of wood that I'm doing here. So I can trim it on the edges so that it looks fairly nice. Okay, so pretty much what I'm going to do is just kind of take and fold it in half like that. So that'll be that piece. And then, so with this, I'm going to do is I'm going to take and what I want it to do is I'm going to cut it long enough so it actually fits on the inside, folded in half. So it'll be a lot extra probably, but at least this way I know I have plenty. So we're going to go from there. I'm going to take and go ahead and cut this like this. Pretty exciting, huh? Don't you guys? I bet you can't wait to see how it actually works, or if it works, right? Okay, so we'll get rid of this. And so what I want to do is I want to put the good side, the soft side, on the inside. So we take and we fold it like this in half with the good side in. Okay? So we're going to take one piece like this and one piece like this, and then we have our two pieces with the carpet in between. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and spray these. And we're going to put that on there like that. Now you get it on there nice and firm. Going to do the same thing on this side. That should be good, huh? Okay, so we got that. Get that all nice and put down there. Let this kind of dry out. So now you got this piece of carpet like this, and you're going to fold it over. You're going to just go ahead and put that aside, and let's go ahead and do this piece. And like I said, I gave myself plenty of room here so that I can trim all these edges nicely. And we're going to go ahead and do this piece. So this is nicely covered, and we'll go ahead and fold this over, make it kind of tight, get that edge, get this edge nice and smoothed out right here, and go ahead and get this all nice and rubbed down so it's nice and smooth. And so we're going to do the same thing on this side. I think you're supposed to let this kind of tack up a little bit, but you're probably already bored to death of me doing this. But hey, it's my first video, so I don't know, I don't know what I'm doing here. So we're going to go ahead and get this all nice and pushed down real quick. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and trim this up a little bit. And what now, man? Come on, dude. You got to stop bugging me. I mean, every time you come in here, you're interrupting, and I can't get any of this done, dude. So, it's taking too long. It's taking too long. Wow, man. I know you're in a hurry. You want to see it. You think you're going to get to use it, dude. But you've been giving me so much grief. I don't know if I'm going to let you use this or not. I mean, what do you guys think? Should I let this guy use this after he's been causing all this hate and discontent? I'm curious. So go back, sit down, continue to watch and see how this works. Okay, okay, go sit down. I'm going to go sit down, and I'll let you get on. I want to see how this really works. Okay, you guys, I'm going to trim this up a little bit, and I'm going to show you the rest. Okay, I'm going to go sit down. Okay. Okay, you guys. So what we're going to do is we're now going to put this all together. So this is going to slip over the glass of your door. So what you need to do is make sure that this doesn't squeeze really tight. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 screws in, and I'm going to put them on the top edge up here. And you don't want to bring them down too far, because then when you slide this onto the glass, it won't go down very far, because now you got the screw inside here, and it's going to hit the glass so you want to put it up in the upper top area. So I'm going to take and pre-drill some holes just so that the block doesn't split, because you're way up on the top edge here. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a couple quick holes here. One there. One in the middle or so. And one at this other end here. Just like that. Okay. So Yeah, maybe not as, a little bit. Okay, just like that. So that's a little bit too tight. Okay, so we now have our piece. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and trim all this up, trim this up, and I'll be back to show you the next step. Okay guys, so the next thing we're going to do is I went ahead and cut a piece of the carpet that's going to wrap around this, so that you didn't have to sit here and watch me do all this stuff. So it's pretty easy stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this over with the carpet so it covers the outside. And so what I want to do is I want to cut it long enough and wide enough so it's going to cover all the edges when I'm done. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it up to one edge here, like this. And we're going to go ahead and spray that. Okay, we're going to get that all nice and smooth. And we're just going to go ahead and continue to get this glued up. And we're going to go right over the top of this. Okay, so we're going to just take and roll this over. Get that all nice and smooth and tight. And we're going to do the same thing on this little bottom edge here, and then the sides. Just like this. Okay? And then so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and trim all these sides here and get that all finished off. And so what I did is I cut off one side to the edge, and left one side long so I could just take and fold it over, and then I'm going to trim it and it'll be nice and clean on the edges. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick and I'll be right with you. Let that dry up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these corners and get it to be pretty clean on the edges as much as I can. And if that doesn't work out too well, what I usually do is take a knife and cut that out there. And we're going to speed this up a little bit so it doesn't take forever. Because you guys, I'm sure you're wondering, hey man, how long is this thing going to take? I thought it was quick and easy. Okay, we're going to do the same with that. So these pieces here actually can get trimmed back. And this piece here can go away. And then I'm just going to take and wrap these over like this. I'll let that dry up a little bit, and we'll go ahead and finish this off. Then we're going to trim this off. So you got this all taken care of. And if you get any glue on there at all, you can just take some lacquer thinner, some acetone, and just kind of get all the glue off. And then you'll be able to get it all clean. And you put your bottom pieces where you cut all the edges off, you take and put that on the bottom, so then the top looks all nice and clean. So that's that piece. Let's go ahead and get this side done. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off this piece, get this end all done and cleaned up and everything looking good. And then I'm going to show you the way I put the rest of this together. And hopefully we'll be able to take it out, and I'll show you it in the car and how I use it. All right, so let me finish this off. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're almost finished with this. Pretty exciting, right? Yeah, right. So, okay, so we have all our pieces nicely covered with the carpet. And, there's something I wanted to show you that I found there was a problem with the, when I showed you how to put the base together. What you do, or what I did wrong or explained wrong, was when you put the two pieces together with the carpet in between, you fold the carpet in half with the soft side in and glue it. I trimmed it to be the same as the edge here, and that wasn't a good thing. What happens is if you trim it even with the base here, when you go to slide this over your window, the window catches the raw edge of the carpet, and then it balls up in there and it gets all janky, and you can't slide it down. So what you need to do is actually leave it long and then fold it over and glue it so that you have the carpet all the way around the edge on the inside, and then trim it on this corner, not on the inside corner. And then what I did is I went ahead, glued it, and then just took and trimmed it with some scissors or like a razor knife, get it up to the edge here, and just let it overhang just a little bit. And then when you cover the rest of it, then you bring your carpet just a little bit over the corner. And then what I did was, while the glue was still wet, I just took and rubbed the two edges down together, and it just kind of molds those two edges together on the corner. Okay, so let's move on here. So basically all that's left now is to go ahead and put your bolt in the top plate. Tighten it down good and tight there so that the bolt doesn't move around on the plate when you go to use your pan head. And so I kind of like to put the nice edge out front that looks the best. And then I'm just going to center this one. Usually, I mean, you can move it forward, you could, just place it where you want it, but what you might want to think about is when this is actually on the window, how much space there is between the base, which now your camera's going to be on, and how much space is between it and you inside the car. So do you want it a little bit closer to you? Is your door sit a little bit more out from the seat where you're, or, do you want it farther out because your door is closer to you? On this, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the center here. And, another thing, if you move it forward or back, then it gives you a ledge to clamp things to. But it's not going to be big enough to, set a cup of coffee on. So that's what the drink holder's for. So go ahead, let's get this going here. So I'm just going to go ahead and center this. Like I said, this is meant to be easy to make with any tools that you have. I have, a nail gun here that I'm going to go ahead and use. But I like to use finish nails so that you don't see the screw head on the top here. And so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put in 2 nails on each side. And let's do that real quick. And you want to make sure that when you do it, you don't blow out the front or the back side so you'll see it, right? And you definitely don't want it to go through on the inside of your gap here because you'll end up scratching your window, and that wouldn't be good. So let's do that. And nice. I didn't blow through the front. Look at that. I didn't even blow through the back. So, okay, so we're just going to go ahead and put our head on there, no matter which head it is you have. And remember, I said that I bought this online. I got it on Amazon. I'll go ahead and leave a link for it. I'm not affiliated in any way with any of the Amazon links or anything. It's just that way you can look it up, find it real easy. They're, like I said before too, that they're somewhere around $50, $60, depending on, if they got a little sale going on. So anyway, so just put your head on there like that. And on this, it's pretty close to the base, and it's nice that it has this little spring lever to where you can pull it up and adjust it, and then that way it gives you your nice drag for your pan, and that's kind of it. And what now? What is it you want to say? This thing's been dragging on. These people are like, what's up? So what is it you have to say? So there you go. Come on, hurry up. Hey, you guys. Okay. Hey, you did good. I really like it. Well, thank you. It's nice. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah. That's really nice to hear you say that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, we need to get out there. We need to get out there and use it today to show them how to use it. Today, yeah. Yeah, yep. Okay. All right, so that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Sorry it kind of drug on there a little bit. It's my first video being in front of the camera. But remember to get out there, enjoy being out. Hopefully you'll see some wildlife. I've got some other projects that I've done. I can show you some of the ideas I've come up with on some of these things. And if that's something you'd like to see, leave a comment in there. Let me know if that's something you want to see or not. Hopefully I'll get back out there and do another wildlife video. My wife and I were out yesterday and we didn't see a whole lot, so but they're in the works, and hopefully we'll get out there and see some wildlife. Take care. Hey, so we decided to head out of the workshop and go over to one of my favorite country roads that has some marshland on each side. And it turns out it's pretty windy out here, and there's not a whole lot of bird activity, but I at least wanted to give you an idea on how the door mount works. And it's sitting a little bit higher than I would like for my 4Runner, but my plan was to be using this in my wife's car and a couple other vehicles that I have access to, that the mount that I made specifically for my 4Runner doesn't work with. And so I was kind of hoping that there would have been some birds perched up here on this old cattle corral, but there's not a whole lot going on. But you know, you can see that the panning works out pretty well. You can bring it up, down, and up, nice and smooth. And so I'm kind of happy with it. And we're going to go down the road here a little bit. Hopefully there'll be some shorebirds down the way. And so I'm going to turn this thing around and we'll go down and see if there's anything happening. Well, we have a great egret out here. It's out quite far. And I only brought my 100 to 400 with me. But let's see. So we'll do some panning with it, and I'll show you the footage. Nothing real exciting, but at least you'll get the idea. Oh. Oh, there we go. He's out there hunting. Let's turn the car off. It'll be a lot better. Boy, it's pretty windy out. But we got 4 white pelicans out here. We'll pan over to those. And we'll let those come into frame. That's kind of cool. So that was nice. Oh, the egret's in the frame as well. All right, let's go down a little bit farther, see what we can come up with. Okay, so I thought I'd show you from the front of the door mount here. As you can see, you can pan pretty well, up and down pretty smoothly, and you know, like I said, my plan is to use this in my wife's car quite a bit more, because it, you know, like I said, the window height from the door is a lot lower, and it gives you the camera down more at eye level, you know. So, but all in all, for today, I think it works pretty well. And what are you doing here? Hey, how's it going? You snuck in here, man. Looks like it's working pretty well. Well, yeah, it's working pretty well. Yeah, you did pretty good. You know, okay. Well, let's continue on down the road. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Okay.